seemingly for so many people that don't rever those freedoms, they take advantage of them way too often, and it's a shame. Kate Steinle, the trial finally heading to jury in the case that really many people believe sparked the illegal immigration debate. And the whole Kate Steinle thing just makes me sick to my stomach bringing it all up again, but the trial of the homeless illegal immigrant charged with killing Kate Steinle, bringing it back here in 2015 on a pier in San Francisco. That case, that brings it back up to you. In closing arguments yesterday at the murder trial of Jose Garcia Zarta, Deputy District Attorney Diane Garcia told jurors Garcia Zarta deliberately shot a stolen gun toward Steinle while playing his own secret version of Russian roulette. That's pretty much how they put it out. As prosecutors detailed the events of July 1st, Steinle's parents, Jim and Liz, wiped away tears as Garcia described a vibrant life that was taken from us. She also cited testimony from one witness who said the 54-year-old appeared to be smiling or laughing to himself as evidence that he had decided in advance to shoot someone. Very sad, folks. This has happened. It's just a really further reminder, increasingly, and brings it up again all afresh when you have folks that are running into our borders or also those that get safe haven into these so-called sanctuary cities. And now we have activist judges that are wanting to supersede anything that the president's trying to do to try to make our country safer. And as a result, what's happening is it's really made us unsafe and will continue to allow these sick people to carry out more of these heinous attacks on our citizens and people of all color, of all nationalities. Why does this have to be against a particular race? It's just illegal immigration, no matter who you are. This whole idea that you should just be able to roll into our country without accountability is just hogwash. You can't do that to any other country. Why should we be any different? You know, it's worth repeating, and I'll say this again until I get screwed in sideways or they put me in a coffin into the ground. Ellis Island, when people came in, they signed in, they were on the doles. I can trace my ancestors back from England and other parts. They came over here and settled here, and it shouldn't be any different for people that come in here. Legal is illegal. In other words, if you came in here illegal, you should be ejected. I hear stories every single month of people that have waited from other countries to get in here. They've paid so much money through the process, waited years, and they finally come in, have the swearing-in ceremony. It's something special. It meant something to them. The problem is, with so many, it doesn't mean anything to them. They don't even want to be documented, don't want to be counted for. I think I still have the newspaper picture of a lady in Los Angeles holding it up proudly saying, illegal and undocumented, and proud of it. I mean, has no intention of becoming or assimilating into the American culture and becoming an American. An American, ladies and gentlemen, and let this be for the record, is Mexican, Chinese, Hindu, white, African-American, every race that exists here in the country, you can be an American. It's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's not an Asian thing. It's not an Indian thing. It doesn't matter where you come from. The matter is how you got here. And now the whole DACA program, that's up in arms because the Dems are screaming, saying, well, if you don't give us our way of this DACA program, the Dreamers program, then we're not going to pass anything, and then they're going to have their way. And the judges are already standing against federal legislation, not wanting the president to be able to do away with funding sanctuary cities. When I say, President, stick to your guns because we got to protect our country. We cannot have a lot of these scums coming over our border, endangering our communities. There's a lot of these shootings that are taking place. Remember, 39 bodies now, 39 Border Patrol officers have lost their lives. Countless officers across this country have been shot point blank, and citizens have been killed. And the drugs are killing millions of people that are coming south of the border. And they don't care. This is a money thing. They could care less about the people they're killing. And do you think that this is illegal? When he was laughing, playing Russian roulette with Kate Steinle, you think he was caring about her? He could care less. He was laughing. He thought it was funny. And he had a stolen gun on him. It just goes to show you anybody can get a gun. And here it is. He was in California. California has the strictest gun control policies anywhere, practically in the country. And he still got himself a gun. For the right price, you can get one. Anybody can get one. Remember, there's a Tyrone on just about every block in America that can get you something. If you got a little something, if you know what I mean. He's going to sell it to you. You got cash, as they say. No matter where you are, actually, cash is king. Steinle's law, by the way, I hope it's instituted every state in the United States. Look into it. It's just a great piece of legislation that hasn't been passed everywhere. But, shame on you. If you get convicted of a crime, you get shipped over. You don't come back. The problem is that when you don't enforce that particular law, they can get shipped out, come back, another crime, you get shipped back, commit another crime, and keep on doing it. There's no permanent revocation to say you can't come back. State law basically says you do it, you break the law, you don't come back. It should be a privilege. The idea is it's a privilege to be an American citizen. It should be a privilege to live here in the great United States of America. And if anybody can just roll in with no documentation whatsoever, and nothing's required of them, then it's just going to be bleeding our economy, which it has for tens of millions of illegals that are living off food stamps, living off housing, and they don't work. They might work under the table, but they're not feeding our economy. And that, folks, is in the multiple millions in our country. And that is a very unreported story. Some people have said, yeah, the money's going back to Mexico. It's coming back to other countries, allowing their economies to do good. Meanwhile, we suffer from it. We cannot be the doormat, folks, for everyone that just wants to. Again, citizenship should be a privilege, not just a right. People don't have a right to just enter any country.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Your American Heritage. His little ship was called the Half Moon, and in it, explorer Henry Hudson discovered New York Harbor and the river that was not yet named the Hudson. Later, in 1611, a howling winter wind trapped his ship in the blue-fingered ice in Hudson's Bay. In the summer of that year, his crew mutinied, and Hudson, his son, and 7 other men were set adrift in an open boat without food or water. They were never seen again. This has been Don Keyes with a charcoal sketch of Henry Hudson, yet another page in your American Heritage.
Keeping your American heritage alive Monday through Friday right here on this station. Your American Heritage is brought to you by For the People.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any hot beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And enjoy.
It's 6 a.m. 40 million Americans are waking up to a Gillette shave. And at our factory in Boston, 1,200 workers are starting their day building on over 100 years of heritage, craftsmanship, and innovation. Today, we're bringing you America's #1 shave at lower prices every day, putting money back in the pockets of millions of Americans. As one of those workers, I'm proud to bring you Gillette quality for less, because nobody can beat the men and women of Gillette. Gillette, the best a man can get.
With all the choices out there to enjoy some entertainment, wouldn't it just be nice to have something that didn't cost an arm or a leg? I found something that does just that. It's called 123 Ready TV. It's one of the most remarkable apps available to start watching all of those movies and TV shows for one incredible price, just $19.99. And that's a one-time only price. Recap: all your movies, current and classic, and sports and news, and so much more. So cut the cable and stop spending money at the movies when you can truly have it all at your fingertips. No commercials, just all the entertainment you desire. 123 Ready TV is available for Windows and all Android devices. Get your 123 Ready TV for just $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page to get yours now and start enjoying entertainment the way it was supposed to be. Fun. And For the People continues on a Tuesday. Kathy Griffin, the controversial comic who held up the severed head of Donald Trump, remember her? Well, she's very upset, and she went onto YouTube saying that she wanted to address how she's getting a lot of online hate mail from trolls who think that I have lost my mind. She said this in a YouTube video, seriously, and I'm admitting I lost my mind because it's what made me a star in the first place. But I just want to be honest. I'm fully in the middle of a blacklist. This is her claims. A Hollywood blacklist. It's real. I'm not booked on any talk shows. I'm selling tickets worldwide, which is really hard when you don't have any kind of a television platform and a kind of nobody has your back, has everyone thinks you're crazy, but a handful of people think I'm kind of onto something. She doesn't mention who,